That line from the Iranian foreign minister just a few minutes ago is really important, right? That's why we've seen oil and gas as well dropping on that news. He's saying that all commercial vessels are now able to pass through Hormuz. It is completely open. So that is clearly a relaxation of the Iranian side of the effective blockade of Hormuz.
Yep.
What we don't yet know is what that means for the US side, right? Remember, we've kind of got opposing blockades going on at the moment, facing off against each other. And then I think the other key nuance in the minister's statement was that that the strait is open to traffic along the coordinated route. That means the route that Iran has set, not the route that was the usual
Okay.
route before the war. So Iran relaxing those restrictions, but still retaining some control over how traffic actually happens.
Interesting, Patrick. That's good new news there. Patrick, is there a sense in your part of the world that maybe some momentum is building here towards some type of a peace negotiation here? Because we do have the negotiators announced this morning that they're heading back to Islamabad. Is there a sense that momentum's building for something in the near term?
I think definitely, yeah. We're seeing, right, we've had the Pakistani mediators have been going back and forth between Tehran and Washington over the past couple of days. And then vitally, overnight, we had that ceasefire in Lebanon. Remember that Iran, in its talks with the US, had made the situation in Lebanon, the ceasefire there, the implementation of it, a precondition of its own ability to even join those talks. So now, if that is hopefully resolved, and we've also got some progress on the Strait, then I think we can have much more substantive talks, potentially as early as the weekend.
With all this news flow, Patrick, I'm embarrassed to say I've got time for one more question. And Patrick, this is a really, really delicate question. I don't want to mention any names. The heritage of this war is Iranian leaders disappearing. And it can be Israelis disappearing, Americans disappearing. I'm not going to choose sides here. Are we beyond and I'm using this word, folks, very carefully and with respect. Patrick Sykes, do you sense we're beyond the vendetta to get Iranian leaders?
I think for the US, I would say yes, right? We hear Trump talking about how a new regime is in place, regardless of how true that may be. But for the Israelis, I don't think that's necessarily the case, right? We saw already in the ceasefire that we mentioned, they didn't feel bound by that at the start. Our impression from reporting is that they don't mind if this war continues, while the US has its own incentives to draw a line under it. So I wouldn't be surprised if we see a bifurcation of those two allies and Israel continues with those kind of operations that, to its mind, have been so successful.